the 82nd Airborne Chorus could take home a top title, and what a recent report reveals about the F-35 fighter jet. All of that and more today, September 26th, 2023. Good morning, Early Birds. I'm Zimone Perez, and this is the Early Bird Brief, produced by Defense News and Military Times. First up, tonight, the 82nd Airborne All-American Chorus will perform in the finale of the hit television show America's Got Talent. The chorus took the competition by storm. The ensemble initially auditioned with the song My Girl by The Temptations.
Airborne, airborne, all the way, all the way.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day, and when it's cold outside, I got the month of May.
All four judges gave the group favorable marks. Terry Crews, the MC for America's Got Talent, said that the chorus's audition was one of the most viral auditions of the season. Howie Manziel was enthusiastic about their initial performance, too.
Before anything, I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful. I love the song choice, I love the sound, and I love who you are. Uncle Howie wants you.
In the live round, they performed their rendition of I Am Here by Pink.
I am here. I am here. I've already seen the bottom, so there's nothing to fear. I know that I'll be ready when the devil is near. I am here. Hey! I am here. All of this is wrong, but I'm still right here. I don't have the answers, but the question is clear. Let me ask you, where does everybody go when they go? Where does everybody go when they go? Where does everybody go when they go? Let me ask you, where does everybody go when they go? Where does everybody go when they go? Where does everybody go when they go? Let me ask you.
And the American public agreed with the judges, and they moved to the season finale. So tonight, they will perform with other top acts for the chance to be named the most talented in America. The chorus is based in Fort Liberty, North Carolina, and represents 19,000 soldiers who serve in the 82nd Airborne Division. The division specializes in forcible entry operations, where soldiers parachute into areas to make way for further military operations. Soldiers of the 82nd are renowned for being able to deploy within 18 hours' notice. The America's Got Talent finale airs tonight on NBC at 8 Eastern. Another important story, Veterans Affairs officials launched a new effort to combat fraud tied with department benefits this weekend. It comes amid concern that the rapid expansion of assistance in the last year could invite more scammers to prey on vulnerable veterans. Veterans can now use a new online page to learn how to spot scams, report suspicious actors, and get benefits assistance for free. Veterans can visit www.va.gov/vsafe to find those resources. Department leaders said the information will also be referenced during regular healthcare visits and interactions with benefits processors. VA Secretary Dennis McDonough said it's an all-hands-on-deck effort across the country.
We're making sure that it's on our website. It's out in the hands of our regional office outreach directors. It's in the hands of our VAMC teams, so they can be talking to veterans in very plain language about this.
The VA has investigated nearly 12,500 cases of potential benefits fraud so far this fiscal year. It has provided support to more than 1,100 victims of benefits scams. Some of that caseload is linked to the new military toxic exposure benefits legislation signed into law in August 2022. McDonough has warned veterans of the potential of predatory claims companies during recent speeches before veterans groups. He said the outreach effort will include partnering with those organizations to lead veterans to proper channels for questions about their benefits. Veterans and survivors have filed nearly 2.3 million disability claims so far in fiscal 2023. That is the most ever in department history. In other news, a government watchdog just blasted contractor-led F-35 maintenance as costly. For more on this, Defense News air warfare reporter Stephen Losey joins the episode today. So, Stephen, I understand the Government Accountability Office wrote in a recent report that the military is having some maintenance and sustainment issues with the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. What can you tell us about the issues the F-35 program has been facing?
Nearly half the military's F-35 fleet can't carry out their missions at any given time, and there's a lot of reasons why it takes too long and costs way too much to fix them. There's a massive backlog of broken F-35 parts waiting to be fixed, and that's more than doubled in the last couple of years. Most of those parts have to go back to the contractor that originally made them to be fixed, and it takes almost 5 months on average to fix a part. Many times, the military can't wait that long, so what does it do? Often, just buys a brand new part. Now, that works to get an F-35 in the air again, but it's also quite expensive, and the military doesn't think that's a sustainable strategy. When the military has to spend more money on brand new parts, that means less money is available to expand the capacity of its service depots. Those depots could probably fix parts like landing gear and ejection seats a lot faster, but that effort's fallen way behind schedule, in some cases 12 years behind schedule, partly because of inadequate funding. It's not expected to be done until 2027. So with the military spending money on new parts instead of investing in the depots that could fix them faster, it kind of creates a bit of a negative spiral.
And what else caused some of the problems delaying F-35 repairs?
There's more than a dozen different versions of the F-35 in the field now, because the military and Lockheed Martin kept testing and refining the fighter's design for years after it got fielded. That means the older ones have to get upgraded and adapted to get the new modifications. That work takes place at the repair depots, which stretches them even thinner, means the depots have less room for day-to-day repairs. Another problem was the Pentagon's decision at the beginning of the program, some 2 decades ago, to have Lockheed Martin take the lead on sustainment. This meant the military didn't get lots of crucial technical data, information that in some cases maintainers need to do the repair work themselves. The Pentagon's come to regret this decision deeply. Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall even calls it acquisition malpractice. They're trying to come to an arrangement with Lockheed to belatedly get this data so they can do the sustainment work organically or in-house. But in the meantime, it means the training programs for maintainers aren't great, the manuals can be pretty vague. This lack of information means the military's F-35 maintainers sometimes don't fully understand the jet or how to troubleshoot common problems, and a lot of times have to bring in contractor personnel to help maintain it, which can sometimes lead to strange situations. Once a unit even had to transport a contractor to a ship using a helicopter to fix a part.
Interesting. And so what is the Pentagon considering to remedy this situation?
The head of the F-35 program, Lieutenant General Michael Schmidt, has launched an effort he calls the War on Readiness to fix it. This involves trying to stand up a network for faster repairs, transportation and warehousing of spare parts, and creating a more efficient sustainment structure with more capacity. The Pentagon's weighing whether to enter into a new performance-based logistics contract with Lockheed Martin, which the company says would save money, make spare parts more available, and speed up repairs. But over the years, the F-35 program has gotten a lot of grief over this issue, particularly from lawmakers and watchdog groups, and they're not likely to let up the pressure anytime soon.
Thanks, Stephen. For more conversations like that one, please like and rate us wherever you get your podcasts. Also on the radar for today, military police fired at and ultimately detained a driver who had gained unauthorized access to a Marine Corps base in California last Friday night. A service spokesman said the vehicle made it onto Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center 29 Palms, California. Military police first fired at it just before 8:30 p.m. The driver was taken to the nearby Naval Hospital with no reported injuries after getting caught. The spokesman said the driver did not fire any shots. The Naval Criminal Investigative Service is leading the investigation into the incident. The base at 29 Palms, California is a hub for Marine combat training located in the desert near Joshua Tree National Park. In January, a car that tried to gain access to Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, California, caught on fire after crashing into the barriers at the gate. And now, here are some other stories that we're hearing chirps about. Maui's chief of police helped debunk a false claim that has been circulating online about Navy SEALs. A website posted a story claiming SEALs saved missing Maui children who were locked in cages at a warehouse in Honolulu. The chief of police told the Associated Press the information in the story is not true. The website says it publishes humor, parody, and satire. France will end its military presence in Niger. President Emmanuel Macron announced yesterday the country will also pull its ambassador from the African country. It comes as a result of the coup that removed Niger's democratically elected president. The guided missile cruiser USS Bunker Hill was decommissioned Friday at Naval Base San Diego, ending its 37 years of service. And Military.com is reporting the Department of Veterans Affairs is expanding benefits to help pay for veterans' end-of-life expenses. The expanded benefits include reimbursements for transporting remains and other burial costs. And on this day in history, in 1918, the World War I Musée Argonne offensive opened. It was part of the final Allied offensive and one of the attacks that brought an end to the war. That's it for us this morning. To get more top stories and breaking news, go to defensenews.com/EBB to subscribe to the Early Bird Brief newsletter. Please give us a like, rating, and a comment wherever you get your podcasts, and be sure to follow us on social media at @defense_news and at Military Times. The Early Bird Brief is hosted and produced by me, Zamone Z. Perez. Today's episode featured stories by myself, Leo Shane III, Stephen Losey, and Irene Lowenson. Our editor-in-chief is Mike Bruce. Have a great day.